We are going to study very important and famous equation. One is known as Klein-Gordon equation and other is known as continuity equation. So let's move on. Lecture number 4. What is Klein-Gordon equation? In the case of non-relativistic energy momentum relation, we write as, because we already know that how we can write the Hamiltonian operator in the Hamiltonian in the form of Hamiltonian operator. So H is equal to P square over 2m plus Vx. So here P is the momentum and V is the potential energy. And promote the dynamical variable, observable variable to Hermitian operator to obtain the time dependent Schrodinger equation. So in the previous we already know that what is time dependent Schrodinger equation. So we are going to derive Klein-Gordon equation from Schrodinger equation. So here we can put the Hamiltonian operator in the equation and then we can get the relation iota at h cut partial psi of partial t equal to Hamiltonian operator h into psi. So here psi is the wave function. Let us consider the simplest form of relativistic system, namely as relativistic free particle of mass m. In the case we have seen that the energy momentum relation is none other than the Einstein relation. So maybe most of the students, if they are familiar with the special theory of relativity, they know that there are two famous relations. One is E is equal to mc square, energy mass relation, and another is E square is equal to p square c square plus m square c4 is called energy momentum mass relation. So here we are using energy momentum mass relation. So in the form C is equal to 1, because in the form of natural unit we are taking C equal to 1. So we can get the form of mass from this equation, E square minus P square, which is also equal to P nu. It means that contravariant and covariant form of momentum. So is equal to, it means that P square is equal to m square. Thus, as before, promoting these two operators, because we are using this in the form of operator, we obtained the simplest relativistic mechanical system for using these operators. So let me explain this on clipboard how we can derive this Klein-Gordon equation from operator. So let me share. Okay, dear student. So let's start to derive how we can derive the Klein-Gordon equation. Okay, first of all, you put it P mu equal to, what is the value of P mu? Ta h cut partial mu, and what is the value of P mu contravariant, and this is covariant, which is equal to iota h cut partial mu. So we can put the value of P mu phi equal to m square phi. So putting the value of P mu in this equation, you get iota h cut partial mu, again iota h cut partial mu into phi equal to m square phi. You got this point? Again, iota square equal to -1. This is h cut square partial mu into phi equal to partial mu equal to 0.5 into m square phi. So iota square equal to -1. This is minus h cut square. This is equal to partial square phi equal to m square phi. Put the value of h cut is equal to 1. Then you get the value of partial square phi plus m square phi equal to 0, and then taking the value of phi taking common, and then you get this point, and okay, so this is known as Klein-Gordon equation. Okay, you got this equation? Any question? Okay, thank you. Since the operator in the parenthesis is Lorentz scalar, and since phi is here scalar function, that is actually the wave function in the form of space and time. So this equation is invariant under Lorentz transformation. Everybody know that what is the meaning of invariance. So it means that if you can apply Lorentz transformation from one system to another system, the system is under transformation remains same. That is working in quantum field theory under Lorentz transformation. This equation in the above equation is known as Klein-Gordon equation, and for m is equal to 0, it means when we are considering the rest mass of the particle, it means rest mass is equal to 0. Then the above equation becomes Maxwell, very famous equation that is known as Maxwell equation. So when you put m equal to 0, then you can get it equal to partial square phi equal to 0. It means that del square equal to 0, that is equal to known as Maxwell equation, and it means that Maxwell also utilized that equation to find the solution of dynamical system. So further we move that if we consider phi, the wave function phi in the form of a plane wave solution. So if we consider the solution phi is equal to, we assume the solution phi is equal to e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. Here k used as eigen vector. So x is here, x is equal to, what is x? For position vector. So E is also equal to minus plus iota k mu x mu, and then we can use in the components form, and then later on k mu x mu again we transform into k naught e minus k dot x plus minus iota. It means that you can take the product of these two vectors with k mu is equal to k naught into k. K naught is the time component, and capital K, it means that vector in the special component are eigen functions of energy momentum. So we can use the energy momentum vector P mu is equal to iota h cut partial mu using energy momentum operator in the above equation. It means that Klein-Gordon equation, so we can find the plane wave solution of that equation. So P mu, first we operate only P mu on phi. This is phi, okay. E phi is equal to e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. So I am here to explain how we can open this. It means that when you are taking the, it means P mu, put the value of P mu iota, here h cut is equal to 1. So partial mu e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. So when you apply the operator, you can get plus minus k mu e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. So the plus minus k mu are the eigen values of energy momentum operator. So here you can get the eigen values. In fact, the eigen values should be plus minus h cut k mu, but here h is equal to 1 as a natural unit. This shows that the plane wave solution define a solution of Klein-Gordon equation provided since the operator in the parenthesis is a Lorentz scalar, and since we assume the quantum mechanical wave function is a scalar function. Okay. So next one, how we can get it? K square minus m square phi equal to 0, equation number 3. And what is the value of k square minus m square? It means that k square, we can open the k square, k naught square minus k square minus m square, which is equal to 0. And then we can get k naught, which is equal to plus minus in the form of energy, which is equal to plus minus k square plus m square. So you can get the value of k naught from the above equation. Let's start how to find a plane wave solution. Okay, so u is, this is equal to into phi is equal to m square phi. So let the value of phi in phi plane wave solution is equal to minus plus iota k dot x k dot x. And then, okay, first of all, you operate this on phi, you get it iota h cut partial mu e minus plus iota k dot x. Then iota h cut, you can write it in the form of this, and then e raised power minus plus iota k dot x. You got this point? Again, you can operate this iota h cut partial phi equal minus plus iota k dot x into del e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. So what is k dot x? Okay, this is k mu x mu. So k naught x naught minus k into x. So again k naught into t minus k x. So you get it iota h cut partial t e raised to power minus plus iota k naught t minus k x into del e raised to power minus plus iota k naught t minus k x. So after taking partial derivative iota h cut, you get it iota minus plus iota k naught and e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. You can write it again in the form of this, and then iota minus plus k naught e raised to power, so on the k, not k naught, k naught t k dot x plus minus iota plus minus. Okay. Then taking common, then this is equal to minus h, and then minus plus k naught and then you get k e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. Okay. Then again E mu is equal to minus h into plus minus and then k naught into k e raised to power minus plus iota k dot x. So when you when you operate E mu phi and p nu again, then you can get the value of, next you get the value of h square, h cut, so only h cut, and then plus minus k square minus k naught square minus k square into e raised to the power minus plus iota k dot x. So got this point? Okay. Okay, we are moving on to the next equation. That is very famous equation. Most of the time you are knowing this equation. This is known as continuity equation. So how we can derive the continuity equation? The process further, let us note that the Klein-Gordon equation and its complex conjugate, it means that here we are using phi as a function of complex function, any function of time and space. So we start from equation, Klein-Gordon equation. So let's start. Okay, I share with you the clipboard. How we can find the equation. Okay. So let's start from Klein-Gordon equation, partial square plus m square into phi equal to 0. This is equation number 4. So because phi is here complex wave function, so you can take conjugate, complex conjugate. So you put it steric here and then multiply equation 4 and 5 with equation 4, multiply equation 4 with phi steric and equation 5 with phi. Okay. After multiplication you get this phi steric partial square plus m square into phi equal to 0, and then phi into partial square plus m square into phi equal to 0. You get further equation 6 and equation 7. Now after subtracting these two equations, phi steric into phi square phi minus phi into phi steric phi steric equal to 0. So you get it here only two terms, and these two terms can cancel each other. Later on you can write it, this is equal to partial mu partial. Okay, you can write it also equal to that partial mu because it is commutative relation. So you put it here partial nu in covariant form, and then partial steric partial mu phi minus phi into partial mu partial steric equal to 0. Next you operate this term first for time t and then for space coordinate. So you get it here partial of partial t and then phi steric partial of partial t into phi minus phi partial of partial t into phi steric, and then plus del so
सर ये प्लस डेल साथ कैसे आया?
कॉमन होना चाहिए।
नो देखिए जी, आप जो है ना नेक्स्ट एक देखिए, ये हमारे पास जो है ना, इधर देखें, मैं आपको इसको एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ। ये हमारे पास जो है ना, ये आ जाएगा और ये आ जाएगा आपके पास 5 स्टेरिक पार्शियल म्यू इंटू 5 माइनस 5 पार्शियल म्यू इंटू 5 स्टेरिक इक्वल टू 0। ओके जी,
सर
you
नजर
got
नहीं
this
आ रहा
point?
क्लिपबोर्ड।
Oh, okay, you got this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, so first we, because this is, you know, Einstein's mission convention, because one is contravariant, another is covariant. Okay, you got this point?
Yes, sir.
Because if we write it this into this, it means that sigma mu x mu. Okay, always when you can get the dummy, जो है ना dummy, when you can get the dummy indices, it means that you get the summation convention, but you forget this because we are using summation convention here. So first of all, you open this expression for mu equal to 0. Okay, so first of all, you get this expression for mu equal to 0. So what is the value of when you put it mu equal to 0? And then the next one is you put it 1, 2 and 3. So you put it this equal to 0 and I. Okay, and I is equal to 1, 2, 3. So what is the value of when you are putting this summation? And then this is equal to, okay, you got the first term when you put it mu equal to 0. So how many terms in this expression? There are 4 terms. How many terms? How many terms in this expression? 4 terms.
4.
So first of all, we open this for first mu is equal to 0, and then we open this for other I. So when you are putting the value of I, it means that partial I, 5 steric partial I into 5 minus 5 into I partial 5 steric equal to 0. Okay, you got to this point? Then this is equal to del operator. So this is equal to partial t, and then 5 steric partial t into 5 minus 5 into partial t 5 steric, and then this is equal to plus and then you got it del, and then 5 steric into del 5 minus 5 into del 5 equal to 0. Okay, you got this point? Next you can write okay. So next you put it this equal to in the form of density function. So here you can put it J mu is equal to J naught into J. So J naught is equal to rho into J. This is density and this is special density function, part of the special density function. Okay. Next you can put it the value of J naught, it means rho is equal to iota divided by 2m and then is equal to phi naught steric partial phi or partial t into minus phi into partial phi steric or partial t, and again j is equal to, what is the value of j? You can put the value of j to m iota equal to phi steric del phi minus phi into del phi steric. Okay, then putting these two values in the above equation, you can get it partial t into rho plus del into j. This is equal to 0. So this is known as famous continuity equation. So you can write it in the form of partial mu into j nu equal to 0. This is the covariant form of continuity equation.